Hey, good evening all. In this video, we're going to take a look at yesterday's prospect game against the Habs. Coming up. Time for me to get in the swing of things. Season's around the corner. Believe it or not, it's around the corner. We're 1 weekend away. Sorry, folks. We're 1 weekend away from preseason. So we got the Prospects Challenge, which I have every intention of seeing the Sabres prospects win. And we also have our preseason, which I have every intention of seeing the Sabres go 6-0. So that's where I stand with that. All right. I wanted to run down the game a bit, talk a bit about it, and just a few fun things that I had spotted in the game. So as we know, the Sabres won this game 4-3 over the Habs prospects. Now, in this game, there was a few alarming things, but you know, it's a prospects game. I mean, they're out there to showcase their talents more than anything. So the Habs scored 8:24. They opened the scoring. Then the Habs score again at 10:38. Now, these are the unofficial times, guys. This is what I wrote down when I was watching the game. And I had to rewatch the game again because I got in. By the time I got in, it was already halfway through the game, so I finished it. And then I rewatched the whole game in its entirety after that. Too late to make a video on it last night. That's why I'm doing it now. So at 10:38, 2-0 Habs. And then Josh Pasol from Weissbach, a beautiful pass by Weissbach. You know, he's one of those guys, Weissbach, that I pull for every training camp. Like he's going to probably look like he can make the Sabres again this year and have to go play in the AHL, you know. But Weissbach set him up beautifully in front of the net. 11:32, so less than a minute later, the Sabres make it 2-1. And then 27 seconds after that, Nolan Burke scores on a nice deflection. So we end the period 2-2. And I put, just footnotes I put here, guys. I put Savoy and Kisakov looked really good in that period. I was very happy with them in that period. I didn't mark anything else but that. But I just put, they kind of stood out for me in that period. Now, second period. Tyson Kozak opens the scoring in the second at 1:14, and now the Sabres have a 3-2 lead. A redirect on a Lindgren shoot-in. You could tell Lindgren it was a set play. It almost looked like. You would think that these guys, had that play set up the way it looked, but it was a perfect redirect. And then that was it. Now the shots in the first period. This was the alarming thing. The Habs had 16 shots. The Sabres 13. Shots in the second, 16-8 Habs again. So Habs are out shooting the Sabres in this 32-21 after two periods. Now, the footnotes I put in the second, I got Laxinen played a very aggressive period, which I was happy with. Mats Lindgren playing very solid. And Kisakov, once again, an impressive period. Bloom hurt with a question mark. I still don't know if Bloom is hurt. I haven't seen anything on that yet. So is Josh Bloom hurt or not? I don't know. You know, I guess we'll find out if he's okay. I'm sure he just got banged up a bit. All right, third period. Again, Tyson Kozak opens the scoring in the third with a shorthanded goal at 5:47. And Kozak was one of my dark horses, you might recall, I picked. But when, you know, this guy, for a low round draft pick, he is really, really impressing. Really impressing. And this is why a guy like Tyson Kozak's kind of proof that every draft is important. Every draft pick you do is important. There is guys that are drafted in the 5th, 6th, 7th round that could become Hall of Famers, you know. And then at 10:23, the Habs score again and finally answer 4 straight Sabres goals, and the game finishes 4-3. The shots on goal in the period, 10-6 for the Habs again. So the Habs had 16, 16, and 10. The Sabres had 13, 8, and 6. At least that's what I got down here. For a total of 42-27 for the game for the Habs out shooting the Sabres in this game. I did put a footnote in the third, Zach Berzola. Might want to keep our eyes on him playing hard and aggressive. He really did. One thing about this Berzola guy is he looked, for me, a lot bigger than 6'2". He just looked like 6'5" out there, just the way it looked to me. But that means there's a lot of maybe smaller guys, right? 5'10", 5'11", but he just looked really big, Berzola, in this. After his fight, he motioned to the logo, which I liked. He was pointing to his logo after the fight that he had, which that kind of impressed me, guys. So overall, I'm happy. The Sabres prospects, the kids won this one. Guys, I'm going to take any win over Montreal. Just the way I am. So, and of course, all everybody's talking about is Slavkovsky, and that's all we're hearing about. And nobody's talking about Tyson Kozak and his 2 goals. But it's okay. It doesn't really matter. It's normal that the big name on the Habs is going to get the attention in something like this. It's normal, but at the same time, come on, throw a little love the Sabres way too, other channels. Come on. Sabres looked really like a team that has adopted the no-quit mentality that we seem to have in our dressing room now. And that's kind of what I seen yesterday, guys. We're going to see in the next game. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to keep track. I'm going to keep updating on this, guys. We're going to talk about this as this goes along because it's only a few games, this tournament, and I want the Sabres to win it. So I want them to come out on top in this thing when it's all said and done. And if they don't, they don't. I'll be able to live with it. But I want to see them go through, win all 3 of these games. That's what I'm hoping to see. So I was really impressed, and I don't know about you guys, it just excited me seeing the Sabres logo. I know it's, it's of course not their rink, we know this, but, it just, to see the fresh ice and the logo and all that, and I go outside and I'm walking Rosie, and it's like, the cold air hits your face, and you're thinking hockey. Most of us hockey fans, that's what we feel out here, especially in our the weather that we have, like we have very similar weather. I know that we have very similar weather to you guys out in Buffalo, out here in Montreal. And it's, when that weather hits, I'm excited, I'm pumped, I'm ready to go. I think hockey. I still do all these years later. Isn't it funny, eh? Used to be, it is a drag for me, the winter. As you get older, guys, it's a drag. But it's an exciting drag because I know that hockey's around the corner. The Sabres are coming back, and we're closing in on the season. I mean, next weekend I'll be talking about the preseason games, and here we are. All of a sudden, we have a few weeks of preseason. We're going to see who we think is maybe going to surprise at that, and that's where we're going to get a good look at Quinn and Peterka. Also, we'll get a good look at them in those games. That's the games that we want to be watching more, of course, but this is still fun for me because could one of these kids surprise, or one of these guys on his last chances, or as he's getting older, surprise and go all the way and cut the squad? I doubt it, but it's always possible. Anything's possible. That's why we have these tune-ups, call them what you want, So I'm sure you guys had fun with it. I did. I can't wait till see next game. So I'm going to be, I'll be reporting on that. I'm going to tune in. I think the Habs are playing. I'm going to probably check their prospect game later and tune into it and see what happened and just get a look at what some of their kids are doing also, just because there's games on. I want to watch some hockey. It doesn't really matter. If I can go all the way and ahead of time in a week right now, I would, because I want to get to these preseason games. I can't wait, guys. I can't wait. So, all right, that's it. I just wanted to ramble out there, talk about this game. I was pretty excited about it yesterday. It was good just to hear the guys announcing the game, even all of it, So, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.